Hello, welcome to Discovering the World of Natural Health. I'm your host, Claiborne Holzman. We at Remedy This Naturally, and that's at 1140 Benvenue Road in Rocky Mount, are here to help you have a better understanding about natural, holistic, and God's pharmacy. It's what it's all about. You know, I want to share some things with you and let you know there are some things that are happening that you guys have asked for. In the natural realm, there's been a lot of things on back order. There's been some things that we just couldn't get for a while. And now things are starting to, I won't say level off, where we'll be able to have some things to offer you that you've been asking for. And one of the things that I want to share with you is that I brought a brochure in. You may want to check the Remedy This Natural Cafe. And hot lunch is available Monday through Friday, and the hours are from 11 to 2. There's smoothies, coolers, bakery items available, and those are available from Monday through Saturday, 10 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. And in this little brochure you can pick up at the store, it has the smoothies. It has, you can pick a base for your smoothie. By that I mean, do you want yogurt, almond milk, or you just want plain along agua? So you can use those as the base of your smoothies. And these are subject to change, but currently there is banana, guava, raspberry, watermelon, lemonade, margarita, peach, Moscow mule, ice cream, mango, pina colada, passion flower, or passion fruit, I should say. We probably need a flower to make some fruit, strawberry. And then if you need to add into your flavor of your smoothie, you can add in B12, flaxseed, whey protein, Nature's Harvest, Love and Peas, Solstice Energy, Solstice 24, Solstice Revive, and ginseng. All of those are available in the smoothies. And then we've got some specials going on for the summer at Remedy This Naturally, 1140 Benvenue Road. And what I'm doing, I'm just basically going over the brochure for Remedy This Naturally Cafe. And hot lunches options, oh wow. You got vegan hot dogs, vegan garden burgers, chicken sandwich, walking taco. That's interesting, a walking taco. Chicken salad sandwich, pimento cheese sandwich. And then those are hot things, and then you can just reach over in the cooler and get some things too from Remedy This Naturally. Broccoli salad, and I had that for lunch today, and it was absolutely good. I was going to put the word scrumptious in there, but I'd like for that to come from you. Chicken salad, zesty pasta salad, macaroni salad, potato salad, and pimento cheese. In the freezer, these are some things you can get on your lunch break to take home for supper that night or at night. And wire's getting tied up here. But in the freezer, you can pick out chicken and rice, chicken and broccoli, baked spaghetti, a chocolate lava cake, and got some assorted quiches. Even got ice cream. Lemon sorbet, coffee, green tea, spukmoni. I don't know what that is. peanut butter, salted caramel, mint chocolate chip, and cinnamon. Those are the ice creams. In the bakery, muffins and mini loaves, raisin bran, cinnamon coffee cake, cranberry orange nut, chocolate cappuccino, chocolate chip, blueberry, banana nut, and cookies. Probably, oh yeah, white chocolate macadamia. That's the one I lean toward more than any of the others. The others included oatmeal, peanut butter, a Ranger, a chocolate chip, vegan, and a chocolate chip regular, and a sugar cookie. Brownies, pecan butter, blondie, zucchini, chocolate chip, and chocolate GF. See what that is. Stands for gluten-free. All right. Now, in the middle, right here, look what's new for summer, available Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. Lemonade, regular or pink, orange cream slush, blended iced coffees, toffee muku, chocolate mint, caramel latte, coconut, hot tea. We're going to talk a little bit about hot tea and what the British get benefit from the hot tea. That's going to be part of our program today. Maca chocolate, vanilla nut, cheesy pretzel bites, mini pizza. Okay. And there's this little coupon in here, 10% off any new cafe summer item, not valid with any other offer. Special sale or coupon. Limit one coupon from expires in September of 21. So that's a good day to carry that. Now, soup for today. Now, even though it's getting a little bit warmer, soup has its place. Monday is broccoli and cheese, which is vegan. Tuesday, tomato bisque, which is vegan. Vegan and gluten-free. Because vegetable is vegan. Chicken noodle on Thursday is vegan and gluten-free. And then on Friday, it's the 3-bean chili. I like making mine a little bit hotter. And you got vegetarian. If you're looking on the brochure, that's VG. Vegan is V. And gluten-free is GF. So come check us out at Remedy This Naturally, 1140 Benvenue Road here in the big city of Rocky Mount. Come in and pick up your brochure so you have it available. See who wants to go pick up lunch today, and give us a call ahead of time and get it ready for you. The other thing, unfinished business. Got a bottle here. It's called Irish Moss. Now, first of all, it's not a moss. It's an algae. And we've got it in the capsule, and we also have it in the powder now. This is something that we've been out of, it seems like, forever and a day. Go that way. There you go. Push it right in that little spot. Stop. I forget that. I'm watching that monitor, and what's so funny is the monitor is delayed. By the time I get it where it goes, here it comes catching up, moving me further over. But the Irish moss is what we're going to talk about for a little while, and why this is such a hot item and why it got sold out. I can definitely tell you why, because of all the positive things it does. And the part of the dried plant is a seaweed, okay? And you can use the whole thing. You can eat the whole dried plant of seaweed. It is helps get rid of catarrh, helps get rid of inflammation, helps get rid of mucus. It's laxative mild, and the organs that are affected by this are the lungs and the stomach. And if you're just joining me, I'm talking about Irish Moss at Remedy This Natural, 1140 Bimini Road. We do have both in stock. We have the capsules and we have the powder. So come get it while it's available, because we only got a limited number of them that we were able to purchase. But we got what we could, because we know you guys are excited about taking care of your life and your health and doing it natural. I'm proud of you. It is really great. Now let's talk about this for a little bit. I got the best book. I got several different things. The Little Herb Encyclopedia by Jack Richardson, probably the best source for understanding this Irish moss and what it will do for us. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to share with you about the Irish moss. I would suggest that you make your way on down to Remedy This Natural and get your bottle of the powder or the capsule. Irish moss is a type of red algae. Is in cases for respiratory problems like bronchitis and other lung problems. That's what it was. A couple of things it's used for. So that's important to know. It is also considered soothing to the gastrointestinal system as well as the urinary system. And you have to understand now, we're coming into the spring. Things like dandelion are already blooming. You can actually pick them and eat them out of the yard as long as no dog hadn't peed on them and you got no chemicals there being spread on them. I don't have a problem in doing that as long as I know what is on the lawn. So the respiratory, lungs and bronchitis are what the Irish moss help to build. It is also considered soothing to the gastrointestinal system as well as the urinary system. I wanted to repeat that to you. And it contains a polysaccharide, carrageenan, which acts as a dietary fiber and is high in mucilic content. It treats mucous membrane and skin condition. In the intestines, it absorbs liquid, creating more bulk and reducing appetite by producing a feeling of fullness. This characteristic may impede the absorption of some drugs. So by that I mean, because it is mucilaginous and it can take and absorb the content of what you've got there and suck it up and send it on out the exhaust pipe, may want to be aware of what you are taking and when you're taking it so you get the best results. Irish moss has a high iodine content, which is crucial and often overlooked. And that's part of what my son said he was going to do. He said, y'all going to do what you need to do. He said, I need to check on this order and make sure we're getting this in to help with our system. But the iodine is crucial and often overlooked dietary need. In its natural form, iodine is essential for thyroid regulation, which directly or indirectly affect many body functions. The algae may also help leach I got my eyes went completely over to the other side there. Let me start over this part right here. That the iodine is essential for thyroid regulation, which directly or indirectly affects many body functions. The algae may also help leach radiation from the body. Additionally, Irish moss finds a use in cosmetics as a skin softener because it has moisture absorbing qualities. Now, you heard me say something about radiation, and we know that radiation is a form of a carcinogen, and that we need to let it do what it's going to do and then get it out of our system. And that's what I like about the Irish moss. It actually absorbs and helps leach out the toxins that are in the radiation. And that is a good thing to know that it can do that. So you may want to put that in the back of your cap, so to speak, and hold on to it for some time. See if it won't work for your benefit. Okay? The other things that it is useful as a reducing aid by eliminating extra body fluids. We need fluids in the system, but we don't need an excessive amount of fluids in our system. And so we need something to help make sure that we have regular movements of the urinary tract to get things cleaned out. It is useful as a reduction or helping to reduce aid by eliminating extra body fluids. I'm just going to stop on that because you can kind of look that up if you have questions on it. But the other part, it is mucilaginous in nature, so it absorbs toxins from the bowel. And that's important to make sure we have that elimination. And we need something like psyllium hulls. I noticed today, this morning, I had made me a fruit blended drink, and I noticed that this afternoon, when I got ready to drink what was the remainder of it, that I had put strawberries, grapes, blueberries, and what was the other berry? I put them in there. And then I had put my green food. I'd put my Nature's Harvest in there as well. And so what happened was we took and just let it sit. I didn't drink it all at the time I made it this morning. You know what had happened to my juice that I was drinking? It had turned into pectin from the blueberries. The blueberries turned that way. And so I had kind of like a Jell-O consistency in my juice from doing it that way. So that was kind of cool, very cool. It provides, it's mucilaginous in nature, so it absorbs toxins from the bowels. Now, you're asking me, what am I talking about? I'm talking about one product that has been out of for so long, and that is Irish sea moss. And so we got it back in stock. The mucilizes in nature, so it helps absorb toxins from the bowels. That's important. And you know, you need something that works kind of like a vacuum cleaner. You need something that works kind of like a broom. And you need something that will help to make our body hydrated. Very important to have the water there. The Irish moss provides bulk in the stool and soothes the inflamed tissue. So it's not fun when they get inflamed. Okay, and there's a list. Ice cream. So, okay, bladder problems. I was just thinking, my mind went, and someone had asked me about frequent urination, and if there was a problem, what they could do. Two things that I think would be investigated would be, one, asparagus, and also, what would the other be? Dandelion. I am just wondering, and let's see if asparagus is in here. Can we run off to the rabbit trail here and come back to this and see if asparagus is in here? Because I am curious is to find out. I don't see asparagus. LMNOPQ, no. I'm just wondering if that would be something that would help heal the frequent urination. Let's check in the big book here and see what it has to talk to us about. Little print, we'll check, page 36 in the book right here. We're going to go to page 36. You need to go pick that one that's a new, improved edition of this. And hold on here. 33. We're going to get there. 35. 36. Asparagus. Let's check it out, because they're in season right now, and they're the first things that help to flush out. You've heard me say over and again that when it came to springtime, I remember as a child, Mr. Alston house looked like, what in the world is going on in his house over there? But people would drop off their kids and drop themselves off, and he would give them some cleansing, detoxifying, and help to clean the colon out after being quote unquote sedentary for the winter months. Chemical sensory nervous. I thought it said asparagus, but that's not. It got asparagine. I'm going to go to somebody else. We're going to check it out. We're going to find this thing. This book here, I have enjoyed reading this little booger bear, Folk Remedies, and you and I are going to start off with some of those things there and quit me dragging around here, trying to get excited before we waste our time on this big TV show here. Well, doesn't want to talk to me about it, but I am going to check it out. Probably need to bring the answer back to you, but my way of doing that, why don't we talk about something you talk about? As we get old and birthdays and you start thinking about things, I'm going to talk to you about some folk remedies now. These things that are not always scientific approved, but we need to understand what the old folk Yeah, I know what the old folk is. I get to be one. But zap your wrinkles with a homemade scented moisturizer. Just choose an essential oil such as lavender or rose, and you can get them from Remedies Naturally. You'll also need to pick up a atomizer from the drugstore. You can go pick in, we got little spray bottles you can put this in. Fill the atomizer 1 cup of water and 2 to 3 drops of essential oil. Refrigerate the solution overnight. Simply spray and then blot your skin with a tissue. So you can get it, spray it, and help to get rid of some of the sagging skin. I noticed that here, that I was starting to get my Uncle Philip look. And Uncle Philip look was like Howdy Doody. And Howdy Doody, he had strings pulling him, and just the mouth he talked with was the bottom portion of it. So I'm noticing, and I was looking at what can you do for that. You can start putting some vitamin E oil on there for helping to work with pain. You can use arnica. So let's talk about folk medicine. Let's talk about folk remedies, and let's talk about them in reference to how they affect you and me. Okay? Stuffed up with hay fever or colds, and with the allergies that just about gone. That rain that came today. Oh, when am I doing this? This is May 3rd, 2021, and we're doing it live. So, stuffed up your hay fever or cold, try this time-tested cure. Y'all ready? I mentioned this before, but I've probably got an audience because I was so draggy a while ago. They said, I can't watch him, he's boring. But I'm going to light your fire, because try this time-tested cure. Mix a tablespoon of horseradish with a bit of honey. Both ingredients will kill bacteria, while the horseradish will break up the mucus and force your sinuses open. So those are 2 tablespoons of horseradish with a bit of honey, and that will actually help you get that, you get that open feeling within your head. You just may not want to do the tablespoon. You may just want to do a teaspoon in place of it to start with, okay? The other thing that the ancient Greeks used licorice root, and they did that for asthma symptoms. Modern day herbalists are still recommending it. You can find, should have some licorice root at Remedies Naturally. And for relief of mild asthma, drink 1 or 2 cups daily. Do what you can tolerate, okay? Don't get it so that, because horseradish, like wasabi, sometimes it can just it just takes your breath away and you don't think you're going to get a chance to breathe. Don't do it to that extent. Just do a little bit. Try it out. See if it makes a difference. See if the folk remedy has any validity to it. And here it is right here. It says disclaimer. But remember the old saying about too much of a good thing. Large doses of licorice can cause high blood pressure in some people. Large doses of the horseradish can definitely cause tears in the eyes. Definitely, big time. I'm going through this and I just got excited. I went down and marked different things and what they would do for us. The thing about this is that chicken soup as a cold remedy goes back long before Grandma. It was probably Grandma's grandma that we got this recipe from. In 60 AD, an army surgeon in Roman Empire, Nero, wrote of it in its journal. 1,000 years later, another physician stated, chicken soup is recommended as an excellent food as well as a medication. Here we go back again. Can't get away from it. Let food be your medicine and let medicine be your food. So it makes a difference. Give the body the opportunity to let it heal itself. That's why when we put into the system in the natural remedy arena, we try to use something that is natural and that organic, and stay away from man-made synthetics, which basically have a side effect. And you say, well, you get side effect of too much of anything. Absolutely. But think about it in a sense of what do you got that's going to help you have a better quality of life, okay? Good, so chicken soup. I'm going to go back over here, keep on going. I got to mark down. Excuse me. Next time nature doesn't call, try this old natural remedy for constipation. Mix 1 to 3 tablespoons of honey into a glass of warm water and drink it. It tastes good, and you won't run the risk of becoming dependent on harsh laxatives. It's just something so simple. Come by Remedies Natural and get some good local honey. And then if things are a little bit sluggish and the movement's not what it's supposed to be, help Beethoven out. Give it some honey and in the warm water. And I just love honey. I just think, I love trying different honeys from different places to go and be able to pick them up from. You know, it just seems like we get a chance to be kind of sluggish and feeling kind of down and out, so to speak. What can we do? What can we do to help with that Geritol, I need it feeling? Okay? Try a pick-me-up that only costs pennies. What could that be? What could we do help pick us up and only cost us pennies? Actually, it's talking about coffee. Now wait a minute. You may pay attention now. Is coffee a good thing or a bad thing? What can it do in benefiting us? A study showed that healthy women who drink 2 or 3 cups of coffee daily had low rates of depression. So give Java a go, but don't overdo it or you just might be up all night. But, you know, isn't it kind of cool to know that things have benefits? Even coffee can benefit us? It's that good to know. Absolutely. All right. Go to the next one we got here. I've got some requests that they just asked me. Let me just talk to us about the herbs. Tell us what they do. Tell us which one to stay away from. Tell us which one that I need to take and have a better quality of life. Well, just 1/4 of a teaspoon of cinnamon every day. 1/4, take a little teaspoon, 1/4 is a very minimal amount of, and don't go trying to do more than that. Just 1/4 to 1 teaspoon of cinnamon every day could be enough to help control your blood sugar and avoid diabetes. Cinnamon can help your fat cells recognize and respond to insulin study, a process that goes haywire in diabetes. Add cinnamon to your breakfast cereal, beverages, desserts, and always eat a sensible diet. A sprinkle might slow down this modern day plague. Cinnamon for diabetes. And you know what is amazing? I think God loves his children. Why did I say that? Because during the holiday season, we have a tendency to splurge on the sweets. But how about it when God said, I'm going to make you cinnamon that you can actually take from anywhere from a quarter to a teaspoon of cinnamon and help balance the blood sugar that probably is out of balance. I just thought that's just so good. God wanted you and I to have a cookie, but he didn't want it to become a problem, so we made cinnamon sugar cookies. It's a good thing, them cookies, okay? So that's about the folk medicine. Now, we talked about when things got a little loose a while ago, but what about folk medicine? You get diarrhea from bad bacteria in your gut. Get diarrhea from bad bacteria in my gut. All right? Let's talk about that a little more. What does that mean? To protect yourself, eat plenty of plain yogurt with high active cultures. These cultures are friendly bacteria which kill off the good ones making you sick. They're not good. It's the ones making you sick. So, what can we do about that? And you can actually help the body not to get loose and dehydrated. We need more water in our diet. If you're cleansing, you're taking your herbs and different things, don't forget to increase your water intake so you be hydrated. Okay? That's what I like to see happen. Okay. What are we going to talk about? Remedy Encyclopedia. Food poisoning. Oh, Lord, yes. Folk remedy. If you're still having second thoughts about something you've eaten in a foreign country, like a salad or a drink with ice in it, don't just wait around for the food poison to kick in. Try to head it off at the pass. Pour yourself a tall cup of mineral water and stir in 2 teaspoons of apple cider vinegar. The vinegar could kill the bacteria before it's too late. Be proactive in that. Get rid of it before it becomes a problem and you have the throwing up. You know, it is amazing if we'll pay attention. Sometimes we just know that we know that we know that we did something that wasn't right. And we got to make a difference in that. So, to help with that, and it don't have to be a foreign country, it can be a foreign restaurant. By that I mean one you've never been to before. And so when that happens, pour yourself a tall glass of mineral water, stir in 2 teaspoons of apple cider vinegar. We cannot say enough about apple cider vinegar. I do have my preferences about the apple cider vinegar. I do still prefer the Bragg's. At this point in time, you're probably going to pay a little bit more for it because other people have gotten their own brand and saying, we've got apple cider vinegar. But does it have the mother in it, and is it made like Aunt Jenny made it? Okay? Just like that. This one, talking about folk remedy, heart disease, we're in the chapter. And it says, if you want an Asian herbalist, if you went to an Asian herbalist asking for advice about high blood pressure, chances are he'll talk to you to take 4 stalks of celery daily and call him in a week. Now, wait a minute. Oh, and there's such a nice way to keep celery in the refrigerator. I read it this last week that you can take the celery, take the stalks, and wrap it up in tinfoil, and it'll keep for weeks that way. Well, but right now we've got an issue that's called high blood pressure, and we need to do something about it. So what are we going to do about it? Okay, here we go. I'm going to read it again. If you went to an Asian herbalist asking for advice about high blood pressure, chances are he'll tell you to take 4 stalks of celery daily and call him in a week. Experts say that chunky vegetables contains a chemical that can lower levels of a stress hormone in your blood. It expands, giving your blood a more room and reducing pressure. So we can do that with just celery, help bring blood pressure down. I mean, what in the world can it hurt? And I just wonder if, I don't know, let me just not take an assumption, but if you make chicken noodle soup, okay, do you put celery in it? Some people do, some people don't. But if you did, would the folk remedy that helps here make a difference when we do the folk remedy with the celery? Don't know, just curious. I love asking those questions and finding out. And I love the answers when they come back and say, sure, you can do that. Europeans have used artichokes for centuries for all sorts of illness, including those of the heart and the blood. Scientists now know that that there's an ingredient in the artichoke called cymarin, cymarin, helps lower cholesterol. In fact, cymarin extract is currently used in cholesterol-lowering drugs. Oh, whoa. How about that? I think that's good news. Good news. And as cymarin, cymarin extract is currently used in cholesterol-lowering drugs. Why not go straight to the source for a tasty treat that can lower high cholesterol? Add artichokes to your plate a few times a week. Just watch what you dip the leaves in. A rich buttery sauce will do their good. Try a yogurt-based dip instead of the butter sauce. Just another healthy tip. It is so cool. that we're in the process of learning. Now, this is kind of interesting. I hadn't thought about this. You know, a lot of times that when we talk about it, when we go to bed and so forth, that we get cold hands and cold feet. You ever thought about that there could be something going on that is kind of a natural thing that we should look into and see if we can make a difference about how our hands and our feet feel? But listen carefully to this folk remedy. Cold feet can mean no sleep. True that. Blood vessels in your hands and your feet usually expand just before you fall asleep. And warm up your fingers and your toes. But if your circulation isn't very good, your feet stay cold and you stay awake. So, instead of sleeping pills, try a warm bath or a cozy pair of socks to hasten your trip to dreamland. Now, blood vessels in your hands and your feet expand just before you fall asleep. So before I'm getting tired and I'm sleepy and I want to look at my hands and my feet and I'm realizing I want to fall asleep, so my hands and my feet have a tendency to warm, you need to warm them up. But if you don't have good circulation, isn't very good, your feet stay cold and your hands as well. So, instead of sleeping pills, try a warm bath or a cozy pair of socks to hasten your trip to dreamland. That's what we need to do. Check it out. I thought it was so cool. All right. I don't want to get, I'll get into this one. To treat an upset stomach the way your great-grandmother might have done, use peppermint oil. Well, great-grandmama probably had more, she went outside and you notice that a lot of these herbs and stuff are planted right by the porch. Some of that is done intentionally because they help get rid of mosquitoes, and mosquitoes doesn't like that particular bush, so it goes on somewhere else. And you could sit on the porch, rock, and play the guitar and listen and sing, and the bugs would leave you alone. So, to treat an upset stomach the way your great-grandmother might have done, use peppermint tea leaves from Remedy This Naturally. Pour 1 cup of boiling water over a heaping tablespoon of peppermint leaves. Let it steep for a few minutes and drink a cup of the tea between, drink a cup of tea between meals, but no more than 4 cups a day. Herbalists say menthol oil in the tea is responsible for the tummy soothing taste and to make it work, it's efficacy of it. Don't give it to young children because menthol can give them a choking feeling. So hold off and use it for the adults until we learn what age you need to give it to the kids, okay? We're doing good on this. I just hope the monotone hasn't been one that's kind of boring. But, these are just plain long facts that are good. We talked about the Irish sea moss that is in stock at Remedy This Naturally in the capsule. These are capsules, and we also have in the powder. Had great results for these, and we were having call for these here, and now we do finally have them in stock, okay? All right, where am I going from here? I got a beautiful little bush. It's called rosemary. And what can you do for a rosemary bush? What's the benefits of it? Centuries ago, people thought rosemary would help keep their brain sharp and their memories clear. So if you're feeling confused and have trouble concentrating, why not add this tasty herb to your own menu? Your family might think you're a pretty smart cookie. Well, is it a cookie or is it rosemary? I love rosemary. And the thing is, you can just, it does help keep bugs away from the back door as well. All right. As we march on down to the climax of what's going on in WHIG and Remedy This Naturally, what in the world, if you can't stand the heat, don't get out of the kitchen. Just plop an ice cube in your mouth and cool off. One sip on a chilled beverage, or sip on a chilled beverage, whenever you feel a hot flash coming on. Keep your cool with something cold. So, what can you do? What can you make? What can you drink? What can you do? That's why a lot of times people in the summertime just got them a plain long, I call it ice flakes, and they'll be able to do it. But we got it for us, folks. Just something cool in the mouth to help cool you down. Getting back to the nitty-gritty here. When snack time rolls around, do what British women do. What do British women do when it comes to a snack time? You grab a cup of tea. Scientists found that British women who regularly drink tea have stronger bones than women who don't. If you drink the tea, your bones are stronger. That sounds a whole lot better. It ain't all tongue-tied that time. This benefit comes from the antioxidants in tea. British women prefer black tea, but green tea will work as well. But green or black tea should just do the trick. Okay? Getting down to the nitty-gritty here. Whoop, just passed it. Hold on, I'm going to get it all straightened out. When it comes to a toothache, spices is nice. The ancient Egyptians used anise, the licorice, like herbal, so treat an aching bone that was more like a tooth than anything else. So treat. Clove oil is still considered a tasty, trusted remedy by dentists. And I'll tell you that clove oil, just take a Q-tip, put it back, and where that pain is, and be careful when you put it, because what will happen if that clove oil gets on the lips and the cheek and the tongue and so forth, it's going to take a while for it to wear off. It's almost like having too much of a good thing, getting rid of the pain, but you get rid of that as well. Okay? And as we wind down, what I want to do is go back to where we started. And that was with the brochure. And the brochure is Remedy This Naturally Cafe at 1140 Bienvenue Road. And in it, it has hot lunch available Monday through Friday, 11 to 2. You can get smoothies, coolers, bakery items. They're available Monday through Saturday, 11 to 4:30. So just stop by Remedy This Naturally, pick you up a brochure, and in the middle of it, I already gave it away at the beginning of the program, but here, the pink page that's in the middle, look what new for summer. And these are available from Fridays at 11 till Monday through Friday, 11 to 2. So check it out. Located at 1140 Bienvenue Road here in Rocky Mount. Folks, it's been a pleasure. I'm a little bit dry today in what we're talking about, but I hope the information was exceedingly useful to you, and that you would just took times as it rocked back and said it easy, that you could benefit from it. I thank you for your time, energy, and effort. And we at Remedy This Naturally, Bienvenue Postal Service, and Rocky Mount Cafe, all in one facility for you at 1140 Bienvenue Road. I'm your host, Claiborne Holtzman. Thank you for giving us the opportunity, and don't forget, let your friends know we have Irish sea moss available now. Bye-bye.